We're straight back in with another episode, hot off the presses of the last one, where we beat Rufus and Ilya, and just watched a cannon destroy an entire fortress. One go. One, just kaploo. So we're about to see the repercussions of that. Yeah, it'd be pretty terrifying for the children to see. Oh, you could even see it from there. That's not terrifying. Just when you think everything could be settled in the city. Nope. Nope, we have a tower elsewhere that can now shoot godlike lightning and destroy everything. The commotion in the city is starting to calm down to a degree. Garcia also helped us recover all of the remainings that were sold us and transport them into the Geofront. The remaining members of the Ebon Defense Force all willingly surrendered themselves too. As for Ilya Platere, she's been taken to the hospital. She's exhausted but in no danger. Thank Adios for that. She's in good hands with Dr. Sayland. Speaking of the doctor, sounds like Morel's surgery was a success. It's a shame I can't see her yet, but at least I know she's alright. You will soon. For now, we need to decide on our next move. We knew something like that would show up on, Aho knew something like that would show up on, I was like, how would you know? The Retributive Tower. We've already seen us capable enough to annihilate something the size of Juno Naval Fortress in an instant. From what I can see, it powers itself through the spirit beams. This energy is amplified and reflected by a combat shell satellites in the sky. Oh, by combat shell, I said by the, which then direct them toward a desired target. The technology to fire a beam of its strength with such precise accuracy just doesn't exist in the Empire. But Elysium can realize it. I thought so. The fortress's troops were stationed elsewhere at the time of the attack, so by the grace of the goddess, no lives were lost. I'm more ashamed that my old castle could fall so easily. I don't think any fortress could have withstood a blast like that. The aim was to show its monstrous capabilities, and it served its purpose well. You need only to look at our neighbors' reactions to see that, particularly Calvard's. Indeed. You talked to the new president just earlier, didn't you, sir? I did, yes. And I hope they understood that this is not of us.
It feels like just yesterday that we were gathered to affirm Crossbell's independence. The speed with which you liberated your city was nothing short of astonishing. The many hardships that Crossbellans have endured have molded them into a most hardy people indeed.
We are hardly worthy of such praise. I truly regret that we've been unable to bring this crisis to a conclusion faster, Mr. President.
President Roy Gramhart.
But it is good to have this line of communication open to us again. Now, I believe it would be wise to discuss how to address that new weapon of mass destruction.
As it happens, we have already begun preparing our response. We have readied enough troops to dwarf even our great numbers from the war.
I see.
Surely you are aware of the extremely delicate position Crossbell finds itself in at present. If Erebonia, or even Calvard, were to try and intervene with force, well...
I am indeed aware. But how else is a head of state to respond when his territory is threatened?
The tower shall next rain judgment on the Calvard Republic's Baratier Air Base.
Okay.
Its divine lightning will spare not one thing as it turns its frame to dust. You have until 5 o'clock this evening to reconsider your stance. I do hope you make the right decision.
Our military's general headquarters will be the next target if we do not act. We have no choice. I'm quite surprised as how much Erebonia is dragging its heels in light of the losses it has recently suffered.
I deeply regret the position your country has been placed in after a problem that erupted within our borders.
I wouldn't say it's that Erebonia is dragging its heels, but they're also trying to be as careful as possible.
But could you not give us a little more time to resolve this on our own? I assure you that we are not sitting idly by while your nation is threatened.
And I believe you. I have it on good authority that many capable hands have gathered in Crossbell. But I would like to make our stance crystal clear. Refusing our gracious offer of support means you have also forfeited support from the Imperial Army. And given what is at stake, the deadline draws dangerously close. We will take action as we see fit.
President Gramhart, sir.
Yes, I fully understand that.
Then all is well. Republican Army stands ready to aid you, should you require it. I hope you will make the correct choice, and sooner rather than later, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, so Gramhart really kind of rolling with an iron fist over on the Calvert side. He kind of reminds me of Chancellor Osborne. The rumors about him weren't an exaggeration in the least, if anything. They didn't exaggerate enough. I've heard his actions since the war have made him very popular in the Republic. Until now, we feared the Calvert would use the Supreme Leader as an excuse to invade, but the Tower changed everything. They know as little about it as we do, so of course they would be hesitant about approaching it. Well, it's the right move. Playing this card has no downsides for them. I don't doubt that as soon as they have a grasp of the situation, they'll use it as an excuse to intervene and claim Crossbell as their own. I fear my only option may be to request both the Republic and Empire's aid after all. No. Oh, Grandfather. The lives of the entire continent are on the line. We don't have much choice. But doing so would cement Crossbell's status as a country unable to handle crisis within its own borders. It'd kill its chance of re-independence for good. It's almost an impossible choice to make. Knowing where the next target will be works to the Republic's advantage as well. As does knowing that, while it is an important military base, it can be rebuilt with ease, unlike Juneau. The deadline is also generous enough to give time to evacuate civilians in the vicinity of the blast. I'm sure preparations are already underway. All that to say that even the worst should happen, Calvert will walk away with minimal damage at most. Lucky sons of bitches. They all... them goddamn bitches. And here we were thinking things would get easier after the sly old fox they had before 23 was out of the picture. I'm not sure I understood what that meant, but okay. The delay could still work in our favor. It might mean we've bought enough time to take care of the tower ourselves. I'll take half a day more over nothing at all. I wouldn't bust out the champagne over that just yet. Agreed, there are reports that there are far fewer Zebertolda stationed in the city now compared to when it was first occupied, and there's only one other place they'd be, so the bulk of them are defending the tower then. Maybe they figured the whole city would be liberated again from the start. Surely not. Actually, after all that's happened so far, anything's possible. Really though. I'd lean toward it personally. Our foe's real goal was unveiling this giant weapon all along. But at this point, just who is our foe? It doesn't sound as though Elysium itself has a will of its own. That's right, it needs an administrator. The answer is whoever ousted me for that position and took it for themselves. That all this has continued unabated? Yeah, even after the Supreme Leader's demise suggested it wasn't him. He would have... I gotta rub my nose for taking too much reading. He would have been the most obvious answer. Our options otherwise are very few, except I think we know. I'll be honest, I'm not sure this is something Calvert and Erebonia's armies can solve. I don't think so either. The tower is capable of more destruction than even the past war if left unchecked.
I won't let that happen.
Of course you will.
Maybe whoever this is really thinks they're on some noble pursuit to bring eternal peace. But if you have to hold the entire continent hostage to maintain it, then how the hell is that true peace? How is that going to unite us? It's not going to unite anyone. We've worked too hard for this. I won't let this vice grip they think they have stop us from crossing the finish line.
Well said.
That's our Yuna.
You took the words right out of my mouth. We stood up when knocked down 100 times. This is just 101, because no matter how high the barrier, it'll never be enough to stop.
Right.
Oops.
And all of us from Thor's will be right there to help you get over it. No, it's not just for you. I want things to go back to normal for myself just as much.
Yeah, I want my eye back.
I want to see a brighter tomorrow. And I want to see it together with the people I care about.
Reen.
Yeah, we're right there with you.
Liberal's here to support you all we can too.
Crossbell and Erebonia are neighbors, yes. But it's more that we've overcome enough as a team that we would never back out now.
Yeah, teamwork's made the dream work enough times before. So why wouldn't we help?
We, of course, are also here for you.
Let's go, Iron
Damn,
Bloods.
do you guys love these cute speeches. I'd bust one out too if I had one to give.
Yet for all we have on our side, there are still limits to what we can do. The real key to our success is her.
True. As long as Elysium plays such a large role, its former administrator is going to make or break this.
She's the best. Perhaps the only hope we have of seeing tomorrow.
Your name is Lapis, right? I hate to put this kind of pressure on you, but we're absolutely going to need you in this upcoming operation.
Is Reen's eye the same looking on the opposite side as her eye?
Will you help us?
No.
What?
I said I'm not helping you.
You did not just say no.
Read the room, Lapis.
That's how our girl is. She doesn't let anyone push her into doing what she doesn't want to.
It's not like we're bossing her around over something trivial.
She can't go, screw you guys, I'm out of here when the stakes are this damn high.
Love you, Ash.
Are you saying no because you only want to help your friends?
No. I'd say the same thing to them. I'm not helping anyone. Because I'm the one who needs help. Elysium is at the center of everything that's plaguing the continent. That means, as its former administrator, I have a duty to set things right. I wish to make this very clear. This isn't your problem that I'm saving. This is my problem that you're saving.
Oh!
So please, I need you to help me. Way to turn it around, LP.
She is technically correct.
Does that technically matter?
Yes, it's a very important distinction.
I love that character. Oh. She's more of a character than you led me to believe, Ian. Believe me, I'm just as surprised at how much she's grown. Her friends have no doubt played a vital part in that. The whole group is actually just quite awesome. Can't argue with that logic. The distinction works in our favor too. We're here as friends, but as Erebonians, we can't officially interfere in Crossbell's affairs at the moment. I'm sure that was at the back of some of our minds when we agreed to step in. It was, but we're past that point where we can claim this only involves Crossbell. All of our lives are at risk here. We want to help, but even if we didn't want to, this affects us as much as it does Crossbell. Crossbell, Erebonia, the Borough, it's everyone's problem all across the map. That's a lot of people when you think about it. Yeah, but all across the map's right. Oh, so much reading. And we'll need everyone we can get to help Lapis and overcome this. Estelle and Joshua never turned away a helping hand when they needed it. Thor's never turned them away either. Nor did the Triple S. And we won't turn them away now. Exactly. What just happened? Are you ignoring me? No, you helped everyone feel like a team, that's all. Good girl, I'm so proud of you. I don't get why. I'd like to turn our discussion to what our present objective should be. Lapis, how exactly should we go about stopping the tower? Well, Elysium came to be through the orbital network of the spirit veins. It existed in an entirely intangible state, so retaking control over it would normally be impossible. Right now, though, it exists in physical form through the tower's central terminal. That much is very clear to me now that the signal jamming is gone. In other words, right now we have a chance. Does this form make it possible for you to reinstate yourself as administrator? As long as we can reach the tower center and I can wire myself directly to it, yes. If we do that, both the tower and the divine lightning should cease to function. Then we have our mission. One that's a lot easier said than done. The tower's holdouts are going to be difficult enough to pass. And then the tower itself is built like a fortress. It's also worth noting that it's been protected by some sort of barrier while it draws in new energy. The barrier's mana is so dense that I doubt even railway guns could break it. Is that durable? I feared it would be something like that. But before we can even think of teleporting inside, we need to take care of that barrier. But we don't have anything stronger than the railway guns and crossbows, so if even they're up to the task. Let's not forget that the tower sits over a lake. We have one Merkaba hidden and ready for use, but this isn't going to be as easy to get as the Azure Tree was. Whew, not with our enemy being armed to the teeth. My Merkaba is undergoing repairs in Erebonia with the Courageous 2, so that one's out. We could have taken care of it if we had a Divine Knights. But unfortunately, we're going to be facing one instead on top of everything else. Yeah, it's gotta be something we can do, though.
And that something lies with me.
Hey, look at all y'all. Olivier, Angie, George, wait, Vita? Good to see you as always, Emma. Of course she decides to swoop in right as you're discussing how to overcome a new overpowering weapon. You don't always have to make a show of coming in to save the day, Vita. Oh, because you've never done it 1,000 times yourself, grandmother. I just couldn't afford to stay away knowing the society the professor mainly is involved. If the rest of Thors is getting in on protecting the beautiful ladies of Zomuria from this new threat, then how could I skip out? If I get in on this action, I might get on that I might get in on that action, know what I mean? If only we didn't. You look well, Crow. Same to you guys. I thought you were still in a Ertaria, Father Thomas. Must mean our ever-reluctant superiors realized they can't leave this to chance. You would be correct. Even they can't ignore a broadcast so damning. I see the Triple S has been very busy. Hopefully I can give congrats once I'm back in Crossbow. Hold on to that congrats. Our work's yet to be done. You've been conducting an independent investigation in the Empire from what I've heard, at the request of none other than the Prince himself here. We may be unable to mobilize the Imperial Army, but there is a way to catch the enemy unawares, even if it involves any element of luck. If it works, however, they'll be able to get inside the tower. Really? What's the way, then? Please, my dear, and spoil the surprise? That, and I rather don't think we can afford to be too cautious with Elysium. That's smart of you. We can't rule out them being able to listen in on this somehow. What a horrific possibility. Well, shall we get to work on our operation? If you're willing to support me in that endeavor, of course, Commander Bales and Toa. I'd never turn that down. We have until it hits 1,700 hours to pull this off, so time's of the essence. Let's begin at once. Whichever Commander Bales and Toa will begin ironing out the details on how to enter the tower. The assault team comprised of Triple S Class 7 and Rufus' party. Let them be, sorry. I was like, this isn't reading right. They agreed that the best use of their time would be to rest and recharge while touring the newly liberated Crossbell. Again. So now we get a little adventure around town, friendly kind of thing, do we? Two wearing sunglasses. This is going to be our last chance to prepare. Well, we've got less than half a day, so there's only going to be so much that we can do. The bulk of our responsibility right now is with the commander and the others who are formulating a plan either way. Yeah, but we're still responsible for preparing for the fighting we're going to be doing once we're in the tower. Indeed, I would like to tour the region and see how everyone is doing while we can, too. The bikes that Elisa got her hands on at the Reverie Gravity should help us there. I'll explain the basics of riding them later on. Thanks! How long have you been carrying those glasses around, by the way? Yeah, I thought my mask would draw too much attention when walking around this city. This guy plans for everything. Shall we meet again just before the operation is scheduled to begin then? Do you all want to... Do all that you want to now so that you may face what comes next without regrets. Huh? Makes sense, I guess. We shouldn't be getting too friendly with them. Wait, Lord Rufus. Can I help you, Detective? You certainly look like you have something to say. Oh, I do. Thinking about it, this is our first time speaking since the Pantagruel before the war. Now that you mention it...
Think of it as my personal apology to you for Operation Birdcage. We will be recalling our troops from Michelin as well. Why don't you enjoy yourselves there one last time?
I'd like to thank you for the consideration. Though not half as much as I'd like to deck you in the face.
You still want to deck him in the face? Oh, if you're hoping to try and make good on what you said then, I would not be opposed to humoring you. But I would have thought there were better ways to use that precious little time we have left to us. I happen to agree. That's why I think it would be fruitful for you to travel around Crossbell with us. It's not possible to change the past, but during the upcoming operation we'll be fighting on the same team. The more time we spend preparing together, the easier I think we'll find it to back up one another if things get dicey. What do you say? I think he's right. We share Lloyd's view on the matter. A hint at either's bad blood between us, but the stakes are too damn high here to be petty. Far from me to second-guess our leader. That's Lloyd for you, always looking at the big picture. You've got to hand it to the guy. we'd like to come along too. The rest of my classmates have their own preparations to make, so they won't be joining us, but as I get this new Class 7, we'll have to learn as much as we can in their place. We've been going around separately until now, so we all need to see how everyone else fights. But even putting all that aside, there's something I want you to see. I want you to see the strength of Crossbell's people. I want you to witness how, even in times of hopeless as these, we never give up. You some chutzpah. Very well, I see no reason to refuse. Yay, we get to hang out with our ex again. Who's our ex? Risha, maybe? I didn't know you knew them. It's a funny story. We met not that long ago. We're part of a secret assassins club. Hawa. Like we needed any more crazy kids.
Yes? I'm all ears if there's something you want to say.
Your name is Lloyd Bannings, right? I think it was you after all. Who was what?
Did he do something?
I performed one last prediction of the future, just before control of Elysium was stolen from me, and that briefly showed me someone who I think was you.
Wait.
Is something going to happen to him? Please, don't worry. I didn't see a vision of him dying or anything. What I saw was very fragmented. So I can't be sure exactly what it meant, but I feel as though it was telling me that you are the only one capable of unraveling the truth behind all of this.
Me?
Huh?
Yes. You are the only one who fulfills all of the conditions, but all I saw was this possible future's conclusion. I didn't see what steps would lead up to making it happen.
Sure wish we had a few more details to go on.
But that's a hard story to ignore, given Elysium's ability to predict the future.
Why him?
Okay. I'll keep what you said in mind. Thanks for telling me, Lapis. I'm sure we'll need all the help you can give once this whole thing kicks off, too.
I thought I told you that this is my problem that you're saving? You're helping me.
So you did.
Shall we set off then? Once our preparations are complete, we need to assemble on the tower's rooftop. Yeah, so let's make sure that we're heading out with no regrets. Right. That when we do, I should have said. Reverie corridor's back open, baby! Whole new stratum. So we get a chance to get everybody leveled up. That we're probably going to need leveled up. So that'll be good. I think something must have happened. Maybe we should go take a look when we get the chance. About the final preparation period. At this time, you can explore the entirety of Crossbell with certain party members. Those not in your party will remain in town, so you're welcome to seek them out for a chat. Unlike when traveling in town with a limited party, all party members can be used when on highways or in dungeons. Open the party menu upon venturing onto a highway to enter or entering a dungeon and choose your active party members. So I can actually go back and get that chest I wanted earlier. Rubus Covert Shades. So this is the crew we have for now. Let me go make sure that I fucked up. I didn't fuck up! I did scan him! Woo! That hurt automatically scanned upon fighting him. Either way, let's fucking go. I did not fuck up, and I really thought I fucked up. Oh, that feels so good. Oh, that feels good. Okay. Oh, man, I cannot explain how much I needed that. Claim them all, baby. Claim them all. Oh. Well. Oh my god. There's still so many master missions. But now we can go do other things. Let's save on this. What do we got for time? 24 minutes. That was a lot of information to get through, so I'm going to say we're going to continue this in the next episode. So take care till then, guys. Bye-bye for now, and I hope to see you all in the next episode.